Welcome to the SMITE God reveal for Ares, the god of war. Feared by his enemies, reviled by his father, adored by the goddess of beauty, and worshipped by warriors, Ares, a tortured and lonely soul, is the bloodthirsty Greek god of war. Ares is not loved by the people. He represents everything they fear and despise: war, strife, chaos, and murder. It's said that the sky darkens when Ares takes the field, that he rides to battle on a chariot drawn by fire-breathing steeds and delights only in the clash of battle and smell of bloodshed. Ares is loved only by the Spartans, who revere the god for his masculinity, his merciless warrior spirit, and tenacity against all odds. The Spartans, however, know the unpredictable fury of their patron and bind his statues in chains. This is, in part, to prevent Ares' spirit of victory from escaping Sparta, and a vain effort to keep the god of war contained. In SMITE, Ares is a Malay magical tank. Ares' passive is called Blessed Presence. Ares gains 40 magical power for each rank 3 aura item purchased from the store. His first ability is called Shackles. Ares throws a chain out in front of him, passing through and damaging all enemies in its path. If the chain hits a god, the chain stays connected to the enemy for a few seconds, doing damage every second. While the chain is attached, Ares also steals movement speed from the enemy. His second ability is called Bolstered Defenses. Ares activates an aura around him that gives himself and his allies additional protection and reduces durations on all crowd control effects. Ares' third ability is Searing Flesh. Ares' shield breathes fire in an area in front of him, doing magical damage plus a percentage of the target's health every 0.5 seconds for 4 seconds. Using this ability against high health targets is really strong. Ares' ultimate ability is called No Escape. Ares throws chains to all enemies in a radius around him upon activation. After 2.5 seconds, Ares pulls all chained enemies to him, doing magical damage and stunning the enemies for a base duration plus additional time for each enemy pulled. In this first fight, Sobek and Ares pick up the mana regeneration buff and are headed back to the lane when a fight starts. Ares shackles the Sobek and continues to shackle Artemis, and immediately fires off No Escape to pull Artemis to the tower, and a Searing Flesh finishes her off. In this fight, the team is being pushed back to their middle tower as the enemy Thor uses his ultimate to drop down right next to them. Ares turns around and uses Shackles, followed by Searing Flesh to burn him down a little. The enemy Sobek charges into the fight, and Ares sees an opportunity to use No Escape to pull him out of the fight, where Ares and Arachne pick up the kill. By Ares using his ultimate to keep Sobek out of the fight, the team was able to get 3 kills while not losing anyone. In this scenario, Ares notices that there is an enemy Sobek trailing him. When the time is right, Ares uses Bolstered Defenses and spins to confront Sobek with his team. Using Shackles and Searing Flesh allows his team to focus kill Sobek before his ultimate goes off. Even with low health, Ares notices his allied Hades coming in from behind, using No Escape to pull 2 enemy players right on top of Hades' ultimate. The team finishes everyone off for a deicide. Ares plays best in a dual lane, particularly if he picks up the mana regeneration buff to start. With the buff, he can start with his first point in Searing Flesh and use that to pick up some early minion kills. The second point spent on Shackles gives your team an early opportunity to harass enemy players as well, with a Shackle and Searing Flesh combo on enemy players being something to fear early on. After that, following a rank order of No Escape, Searing Flesh, Bolstered Defenses, Shackles. For Aries, it's best to build as a magical tank, picking up protection aura items to gain the magical power bonus from his passive. Buying rank 2 of the reinforced boots and 3 mana potions for early laning is a great way to start. After finishing off the boots, a typical build includes Voidstone, Mystical Mark, Sovereignty, Pythagorean's Peace, and Rod of Tahuti. Thanks for watching the SMITE God reveal for Aries, the God of War.